welcome to the AIA podcast. That stands for All In Alliance, our first poker podcast. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris, the Full House Woodmancy.
Maserati, right here, ready to win.
I got King Marty here. I didn't give myself that name.
And joining us today is our champion of the league, Mr. Gabriel Watson. How you doing, champ?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing today?
We're all doing great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, this is our pilot episode, so this is going to be either the best thing that ever happened or a big train wreck. Chris, I don't know if you remember, that's the first thing we said in our very first bowling podcast.
We did. And look, we're 10 seasons in.
10 seasons. So I don't know if this one will last 10 seasons, but I hope.
And we had a sponsor. We had Spotify
sponsored us for like a minute. And then they backed out because it was so bad.
It wasn't bad.
We couldn't get any listeners. How this is going to work, and what we do is, this is a podcast for our poker league. We've been doing a poker league now about 15 to 20 people for roughly about maybe 2.5 years. We reside in Dallas, Texas, in the northern suburbs of Dallas, Texas. And so far, we've had 7 seasons of our poker league, and we play Texas Hold'em. As long as the money doesn't hit the table, as long as you don't take a rake, as long as you don't take a tip. And we've got a professional dealer with us.
Yes. So actually, my name is Marcia, but you can call me Marcia.
Okay, Marcia.
Just nice and easy, not Marcia. Yes, I am a professional poker dealer. Been doing it for about 9 years now.
9 years, wow. And all in one place or different places?
Different places. Private parties a lot, but mainly like inside clubs or bars.
Yes, and so she's going to be hosting. We've got King Marty with us as well. King Marty, why don't you tell us how you got into poker?
Oh, I'm kind of a degenerate. So anything that has to do with money and gambling, I'm all in. Honestly, we started playing poker with some friends. Had a couple of house games here and there. It actually turned into this, bigger ordeal than we thought it was going to be. And it's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people that way, and just some house games, you really get to know people. And anytime you can win a little extra cash too, it's always positive. So
I'm talking about, yeah, hell yeah.
Right, it never hurts.
Except when I'm playing, of course, and Chris.
Yeah.
The last few cash games that we've had, Marty, I like the 2 cash games ago. I think, what did I lose? Almost $150. So
yeah, give or take.
It's not always consistent. Although the last couple cash games that we've had together, I don't know if you've come out on the winning side of things. So you may be in a little bit of a slump.
Well, no, it's just I get sidetracked because of so much distraction that happens at my house. So
he's playing the distraction card.
We won't get into details right now, but it'll come out.
And you do other things too, like you do pool, what all the things do you do?
Yeah, so we play softball. We play in pool tournaments every week, Wednesdays. And then every once in a while, we'll have a dart tournament. And then from what we understand now, there's a new sport that might be popping its head out with ping pong.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Chris is some kind of Olympian.
OG.
Oh, he's an Olympian in a lot
things.
He's a professional bowler.
I think disappointment is going to be his next sport.
No. I can't lose at that.
I don't know. I think he wants to be challenged.
I think, I'd love to see Chris try ping pong. He's got to try his hand at ping pong once.
We'll make that happen, and we'll talk about it.
You ever seen Balls of Fury?
Your balls are what?
You ever seen the movie Balls of Fury?
Oh, you were that kid. Yeah, you guys have the same hair.
Yeah, I'm that kid.
You're that heavy middle kid that's on Balls of Fury.
Exactly.
I think you're that kid from Bad Santa.
Oh, yeah, that kid too. Yeah.
Do you want a sandwich? Who wants some sandwiches?
I made you a wooden pickle.
And of course, we would save our last host, Chris. We'll save the best for last. Why don't you tell us how you got into poker and what sports you play?
I got into poker because I finally got my house, and I started a poker get together in my garage. There's like 6 people, and just a good group of friends. Lee, you were there. You were part of the 6 people.
The original 6. Yep.
Yeah, and
Gino was too. I know Sue's with us. She's listening.
Yeah.
And that's Gino's sister.
My dad, and then Christian didn't come no more, but it just started as a group of friends smoking cigars, drinking whiskey. Like, I think we had like what, $20 buy-in or $10 buy-in. I don't know.
Oh God, I can't remember. We were cheap.
Yeah, and we were just having fun, and then word of mouth started spreading, and then we started hosting cash game, and then 2 years later we're doing leagues, seasons now. We're giving out trophies, we have TV, poker table, chips. Like, and chips.
And we just finished what? Well, I say we finished season 7, but everybody else appears to be on season 6.
We're on season 6. I showed you the winners. I tell you all the winners.
Well, that remains to be seen. I still say there's a missing third season we messed up on.
Who won it?
I thought I won it.
No.
I thought I won the first 4.
Singles. No, you only won 2 deals and 1 singles.
Well, apparently I have selective memory, so we'll go with what you said and the rest of it.
I have pictures to prove it.
Oh, pictures, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of winners of champions and championship leagues and stuff like that, we have our guest Gabriel, which is the reason why he's our first guest on our very first episode of the AIA podcast. That's All in Alliance. Mr. Gabriel Watson is here. So, Gabe, you are our recent champion, and that's going to be your new nickname, Champ. So why don't you tell us how you got into poker?
Well, believe it or not, I was bowling on a league there in Louisville, minding my own business. And then along came Chris there. And he started peddling poker like it was the best thing of the century. I mean, he was a genuine car salesman.
He was selling poker crack.
Yes. So anyway, I showed up, and when I got there, everybody made me feel so welcome, like I've been there for years, and it made me feel good. And, when I just started playing, and at first I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest with you. I mean, I knew the ranks, I knew everything about it, but there was so much more finesse to it than I originally thought. And as time went on playing with you guys, I started picking up on all that, watching everybody and how they were doing it and learning.
Yep.
And yeah, and then now here I am, champion of season 6.
You went from newbie to the champ.
So, Gabe, are you saying that you're saying if Marty takes under your tutelage that he'll win his bracelet in 3 seasons? Is that what you're saying?
I believe so.
Oh.
Well, let's hope the cards fall in that form of fashion, right? So I will tell you something though, Gabe. You brought up a good point. The camaraderie behind it, right? The welcoming aspect of it. Mm-hmm. That's a good point when you have a house game. I mean, you want to always make sure that everybody's welcome because that's what keeps everybody coming back, right? So
absolutely.
And I think Chris does a good job of that. When he's not talking shit, I think that's a good way to put it.
No shit.
He honestly does.
These are the same way about JV Trios. How I talk shit, but I only do it to the people I love and I know, and people who know me. But yes, if I don't talk shit to you, I don't love you.
So Marty, we're basically part of the fam now.
Let's go.
Exactly. You guys are fans. So
I'll take Watson. You take Woodmansey.
See, there it is.
I gave you King Marty.
We're strictly talking last name. That's it.
I recruited King Marty. Because I've known Marty for decades. Well, maybe a couple decades, but.
No, I gave him King Marty. I gave him the word King.
Oh, King. Well, yeah, you gave him King. I got Marty because Marty, I've known Marty since both of our sons were 7 or 8 years old. Now they're in their 20s. They were on the Vikings Little League football team together that Marty was coach of. And whoop, they won the championship because they were on the same team. Hell yeah. And I still say we got to get a Vikings reunion together, get all the
one and done championship kind of thing?
Well, we won't have
we won a championship a couple of times after that.
Okay. Well, here's what happened is that we were so good, we got put into a select league after that. So we were called the Ducks. So it was at first the Vikings. We went into just a regular league and we were so good.
The Duds or the Ducks?
The Ducks, the Mighty Ducks.
Oh.
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, and so we were so good, we moved on to the Ducks. The Ducks were in a select league, so there you have it. And there's
why the Ducks? Why
I don't know why they're Ducks. Marty, do you know why they're the Ducks?
Yeah, at that time, all the kids loved the Oregon Ducks because of Nike, and that was the place to be, right? So
that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, Vikings was just a badass name.
Exactly.
Yeah, Viking was a badass name. Why change it?
Because we had the option to get different colored helmets, different colored jerseys, and Actually look the part, look the legit part.
Yeah,
exactly.
I got you.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And so that's part of our history. Me and Marty have known each other for a while. I texted him out of the blue and said, "Hey, bud, you guys ever play poker?" And he said, "Yeah, we play on occasion." I said, "Yeah, you guys ought to join our group." And lo and behold, he shows up one day and I'm like, "Holy fuck, it's Marty." And then all of a sudden, now he's a part of the family. Here we are about, a year or two later.
And all hell has broken loose.
Oh my God. But my background in it is my dad, my family, we've all played cards since I was in diapers. We've played anything from crazy eights to hearts to spades. Grew up in Michigan. We played euchre, but we loved poker. I've loved poker ever since a little kid. And I watched the very first time I watched it on TV, I was hooked when they come out in 2003 when Chris Moneymaker won the WSOP. That was the coolest dude ever. If anybody,
he's talking about me.
If anybody's ever watched old school poker, WSOP back in the day was awesome. Then they had Greg Raymer win and Joe Hashem win. Those are some of the early winners, and they were all badasses. And then I also got hooked on WPT, the World Poker Tour, with Mike Sexton and Vin Fat Patton. And yeah, I was a really hardcore fan of watching that. So I had studied all the greats, and I had played for a long time as well. Not as good as they are. I'd love to be good, but I probably am still just a regular, just basic Joe. Oh, there's my son Peyton. Say hi, Peyton. Oh, there's my dogs in the background that I wanted to avoid. Hey.
So give yourself some credit. You're really good.
So Lee, are you saying that, okay, answer this question first. Before we started the poker night about almost 3 years ago at my house, were you ever playing poker, or you have not played poker in like?
Oh, no, I have been playing here and there before then, but not as much as I did when I first started with you guys. I had always been a fan, and I had played a lot. I just wasn't like a regular. Like here, probably in the last month or in the last 20 days, I probably have had 4 days off because of all the poker that goes on here in North Dallas. They got bar poker, they got cash games, they got everything. And as much as I've been playing, I've been playing lights out. And the only one that's probably got me beat is Marcia, who's been dealing for years and who I consider a professional dealer, somebody who is basically on a professional level. So I'm so happy that you joined our league, Marcia, and I keep saying I'm fucking up your name so bad. I hate it. I hate it because when we first got introduced, I remember hearing Marcia, and I'm like, oh, that sounds Italian.
Marcia.
Yeah. Yes.
Not that hard.
I know. But I'm so happy that you joined because you're a professional. You can show me things that I haven't seen on that side of it. So I appreciate you joining.
I bet she can show you a lot of things you haven't seen.
No.
There's a big difference when you're a dealer, right? Because when you're a dealer, you're observing how everyone else plays, so you soak it in. As a player, it's completely different. So I really love the fact that we all get to deal when we're playing these games. So it gives you a chance. But like as a professional dealer, you just have to sit there and watch. So you observing for a long time, it teaches you a lot.
Right.
So Marcia, who's the best poker player you've seen in my league?
We're not going to go there just yet.
What is this a question?
I was hoping she would say.
I got a few.
That would be me.
Yeah, the champ. If you're going to be picking number one.
Let's just say you're up there. Let's just say you're up there, Chris.
I'm just saying. I still got Marty.
Wait a minute. What place did you take in this last tournament, Chris?
Hey, you know what? Let's ask Marty that.
Hey, you were close on my heels, bro. So don't get too carried away.
Oh no, I didn't mean that, Marty. He fucked it up for me.
That's all good.
So those are basically who we are. We've got a lot of other people in our league. We appreciate everybody that's joined. It's basically now at this point one happy family that we get to hang out with once a week or so.
That's one thing I pride on. I try to make our league just like a family, like we're no judging people, just we're all friends and family at the end of the day. At the poker table, we can be competitors, but off the tables, we're a family. We love each other. We have each other's backs.
Right.
We're always there for each other.
Here shortly, I know a lot of them are listening, and we're going to go over the great grand picks. So we're going to pick for teams here in a second. But first, this next segment something that we're bringing along from mine and Chris's podcast that we do for our bowling league called the JB Trios. But one segment that we're bringing over is called, well, what's it called again, Chris?
Oh my God. You named it. You named it.
Come on. Don't be shy. What is it?
Chris probed the guest. All right. So basically, it's when I get down and dirty and I get into the guest. I get to know the guest and all the insides of him, and I just leave myself inside of him. And I just go in. I ask personal questions where, like, you don't think people will ask, but I'll ask it. I get really deep in life.
Do I need to get some lube?
Yes, exactly.
I don't. Yeah, if you have some. All right, Marty.
Oh, I definitely have some.
Sorry, my God. All right, Gabe. Gabe, thank you so much for being our guest, and congratulations for winning season 6 of the WSOP singles event.
Thank you.
So I got a couple of questions here. Let me get my sheet out.
Of course.
Now, you played in the season for 3 seasons long. Did you ever expect finally making the table and winning it?
Honestly, I was just amazed I even made the final table. I mean, I struggled throughout this whole season, just floating on the back end of the top 7. And I was just happy just to be at the final table. I had no expectations going in to even win, honestly. I was really proud of myself for achieving what I did just to make the final table.
Yes. Yeah, we trust me. We all are surprised about this.
No, we're not.
And there's the love, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Gabe, I got a question for you. Remove that plastic bag that Chris just put over your face real quick. And let's chat about this.
And that gag ball.
I got the ball gag out. Hang on. I'm good now.
All right.
So, next question. So, going to the table.
Yeah.
The final 7, or you plus 7. Who was your main threat? I know we all have our main threat going into the table so that we sit at. Who was your main threat at the table? In your view?
Yeah. In my eyes, I honestly thought it was going to be Tina.
Oh.
Tina has always been a main threat to me, and I love her to death. I do. Don't get me wrong. But she is a very good player. And she always seems to come out with the better hands than what I have, and she takes my money. Tina.
You never see her coming. You never see her coming.
Wow.
Only
never see her coming.
So,
only her husbands can see her coming. Never mind. All right, pretend I didn't say that. Pretend I didn't say that.
So now winning the bracelet and winning a poker league, do you feel more confident in your game, or does it just make you want to, like, hey, keep on learning, keep on grinding, or just have fun now because there is no, you basically just won the Super Bowl in the league, in the thing. So what's next for you? Like, how is your game going to play? How do you feel? Are you going to feel cocky like Marty and confident, like too confident? What?
No, no. Questions.
What got me there was, instead of playing like I had confidence, I tried to remain as humble as possible. I basically went back to fundamentals and basics because throughout the weeks I noticed that I was trying to strategize and try to beat other people and play other people's game, and ended up burning me a lot. So I went back to my fundamentals, my basics, and I just stuck with it. And it ended up paying off for me.
Nice. So, okay, what's next? What is next? Going to the next season of duos, do you feel like you're the hottest pick now? You feel like who was the hottest player back in football? Are you like Antonio Brown? Like,
oh my God, Antonio Brown, that's your go-to?
I like it.
Right? Are you are you like a Tom Brady? You feel like,
I'm going to go with my man Troy Aikman, okay, but
so Barry Sanders better. He was better than Emmitt Smith.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're coming to duos league feeling like Troy Aikman.
I mean, I plan on coming in there and just being my usual self. And if the cards fall my direction, they fall my direction. And if they don't, they don't. That happens to all of us. My plan, though, is to come back out on top for the final table for the duos.
There you go. That's the mentality you got to have.
Right.
Here's a good question.
Get a little taste of that winning. Who doesn't want to keep winning?
Exactly.
But here's a good question for you, Gabe. All right, now that you are the champ, right? And I'm only going to call you that for this season because you can only hang on to the
I know. I got to earn it for the next season. I know.
Instead of us asking, who do you want to partner with this year?
Ooh.
Who would you like to partner with going into the
great
duos?
question.
Okay, well, you might as well just put your foot on my throat. But
the block is hot. The block is hot.
Just saying, whoever you choose, you have a 23% chance of them being your partner in the real season of duos.
No, you don't. 23?
Yeah, 23%. Because there's 18
out of 18
players.
people, 1 out of 17 is 23.
Yeah.
I got to question that.
It is 23%.
Well, if I were to have
like
to choose
1 out of 4
if I were to have to choose any one person to be my partner, honestly,
man, put them on the
probably. I mean, that's a really tough call, guys.
Holy crap! Answer the question, Gabe.
There are some really good players on this league, and the ones that are still learning are up and coming. It's really hard to pick just any one person, Marty.
Okay, I got it. Well, who do you think you vibe the most with? How about that? It doesn't have to do with how they're placed or how good they are. Let's just say, who do you think you could high five at the end of the day and be like, that's.
He sounds like a freaking superstar already because that answer he just gave us. That was just a political answer.
You're welcome. Go Trump.
Fine. Make it easier on you. Give us your top 3.
All right, that's easier. All right. That'd have to be Lee, Peyton.
Oh, fuck you too.
And probably, honestly and truly, Tanya.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Tanya?
I like Tanya.
Yep.
Interesting.
Where's me, Gabe?
What's that, Chris?
I hate you.
Well, dude, I'm not the one that keeps going all in and being like, oops, I didn't mean to.
Oh, I don't.
Love you too, Chris.
Hey, Chris, are you home by yourself right now?
My wife and kids are downstairs.
Well, have one of them give you a hug and let's carry on with the damn podcast. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
All right. So last question. You won the bracelet. You have the money. Now, what are you going to do with the money and bracelet, and how are you going to spend it?
Well, with the bracelet, I'm going to keep that. That's my trophy, literally.
Okay.
But as far as the money goes, I'm looking into purchasing some poker tables for myself and start out small like you guys did, bare beginnings with like just some cash games or something like that doesn't trip over anybody else's like lead time. And then I'm also we already talked about this, but I'm also planning a fundraiser for the DRC in May between the league times, between one league to the other. And I'm hoping that I can get everybody to attend, and hopefully I'll have enough tables and chairs and everything else all set up and ready to go for it. But that's how I'm going to invest my money with it.
Nice.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm happy that this inspired a lot of people. I mean, this league inspired a lot of people to create their own leagues, like Keith, you, yourself. I mean, I'm just happy because poker's fun. I mean, poker just should be the basis for enjoyment of camaraderie with friends and family, no hate. No stressing out, no fighting over money, blowing money, just having fun and leaving.
Yeah, not to say about Chris's house or anything, but we had talked about making this a traveling league where there's multiple houses involved, going from house to house instead of just being at one place. Not that we hate your place, Chris. Not that we're saying that, of course, never. But that we would like to make it to where, one person hosts, next person hosts, and stuff like that. We had talked about that in the past. Didn't quite work out like we hoped, but that might be something we incorporate in the future. But
I think that'd be a great idea.
I do too, especially if you're going to be doing that, Gabe. I think that'd be awesome. We could drive up to Sanger and have it at your place. If we could do it.
Wait, where? Did you say where?
Sanger.
Oh,
Sanger.
Jesus.
I didn't want to mention where Gabe lives because he does drive a far distance. But that's part of the reason why we're thinking of doing a travel league, and that's why it hasn't happened yet. So we have to work out all the kinks on that, but so far Chris's house has sufficed. Okay, guys, we have got to get to one of the most important segments of the whole league, the drawing. So we have to do every team now. So it's a doubles league format. We pick teams. It's by random draw.
Yep.
We're all going to completely trust Chris in picking these teams.
I want to send screenshots.
Screenshots. Okay, well, here we go. So, okay, Chris, this is it. This is the official drawing. So hopefully text everybody in the group text if they're listening.
Now, I did the poll. I did a poll, and about five or six people did vote yes. So Marty and Marcia, y'all didn't vote. So y'all okay with this?
I voted yes.
Oh, you did?
I didn't vote because I didn't see it, but I would have liked on Thursday, but I'm okay with it, honestly. Just
Be sure. You can say no. You can say no. We don't have to do it.
I'm ready now.
Oh my God.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Come on with it.
Come on.
I really hate this, and but if y'all really want this, we can make it happen. And all right, but now
Jesus, just draw.
Just do it already.
Right,
now remember how we should do it is we're going to do a drawing, and then we'll evaluate on each of the drawings.
Yeah. So okay, so out of the hostess that we have here, Gabe, do you want to go first?
Sure.
It should be whoever's in first place from the previous league should go first. So the champ,
ready?
you're number one.
Gabe, you're number one.
You're just drawing names out of a hat or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spinning the wheel. Ready?
Let's do it. Drum roll.
Go ahead, Graham.
Okay, and this is official.
Please.
This is official. So once he draws his name,
holy shit! Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm taking a screenshot.
Marcia.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh my God.
All right, Gabe, here we go.
Let's go. That's good for us. Let's go.
All right.
Can we protest this?
What?
Can we protest this? Because that's too good of a team.
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm done.
draw, bro.
Hey, no redos here. That's it.
Wait, she said she wanted to do it on Thursday. Ixnay.
Oh, no, I got Gabe.
She had doubts
Gabe and
about this.
Marcia.
Why?
Gabe and Marcia together.
Wow.
All right, Gabe, let's go. Come on, Gabe.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
National dealer. What?
All right, Marty, would you like to go next?
Let's go.
You sure?
Yeah. I ain't scared.
Boom! It's rolling.
Who's rolling?
I don't know. Is it rolling?
Oh shit! I hate this.
Yeah.
I hate this. Oh, this is. Look at
Ronnie?
No, he's like a Ronnie.
We got Ronnie.
Oh, let's
That's
go.
Nice. Ronnie is the wild man. He's actually, the nickname I'm giving him is the wild thing. Rick Vaughn, just like from
Major League.
He calls everything. So he is the wild thing, Ronnie.
We'll go over nicknames next podcast for sure.
Hell yeah.
So.
No, I need the name. I need the team names by Thursday. So.
No, you
No. I'm talking about nicknames.
By Thursday.
No, team names I do, so I can put it on the board. So I know who's on who.
Oh, you mean next Thursday, not this Thursday?
Not this Thursday. It'd be too soon. Some people don't even know each other yet.
Yeah, next Thursday. I need it by next
Thursday. That's not literally next, but the following Thursday.
Yeah, I need to invite Ronnie over for early dinner.
If y'all can give it to me Thursday night, that'd be great. If y'all can give it Thursday night.
Extra chips?
No. All right, Lee, are you next?
No, you go next.
Me?
Yep.
Whatever you want. You can pick me or if you want to go next.
I'll go next.
All right.
All right, I'm rolling. Oh, shit. Good.
Seems like you're having a conniption over there.
Yeah. I'm scared. I hate this shit.
What are you talking about, man? You rock at this.
This is what I got. Oh.
Jesse W.
Dad, you and your dad, a family.
Yeah, you're right. I protest.
Like that wasn't set up.
Right.
If that's not a setup, I don't know what
not.
is.
Yeah, he manually stopped it on Jesse.
Scrap this whole idea.
Can I redraw?
No, you can't. That's it. Once you draw, you draw.
No, I can't redraw.
No, you can't redraw. No, I vote no.
Y'all say I cheat.
You probably are cheating, but no, you can't redraw either.
I'm not cheating.
He's cheating.
Are there any witnesses?
Up his sleeve.
Can I redraw?
No, you cannot.
No.
Are there any garage witnesses?
No.
Chris leaves no witness behind.
Yeah, makes sense.
Crime.
No.
I hate y'all.
Y'all are going to go out together in flames.
Jesse, sorry.
Right.
Just remember, Chris did it.
Chris did it.
All right. Ready? I got to remove him. All right. Who's next? Who are we going to choose next?
Lee's next. Lee's next.
Lee's next.
Can I skip me? I'd rather actually.
Already did you.
Now that we're doing this, like I want to change my mind now.
Oh, no. We're not skipping you.
All right. I'm your sacrificial lamb. Give me whoever. I'll take anybody. Give me anybody.
Oh,
Take the kid.
shit.
Take the kid. The kid wants to be your
Yeah,
teammate.
fuck yeah, the kid, the one that bluffed Chris up the other night.
No, you
I love it.
you got someone special, Lee.
Give me the kid.
You got Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
Nice.
I
Nice.
like it. Stephanie and me are going to kick your ass.
Stephanie.
She got aces on me the other time, and I'm never going to let her live it down. She got aces over my big slick.
Dang. All right, so
That didn't
Marcia's
sound too
already
good.
out. Let me take her out.
That didn't
All right,
sound too
so who's next? Who should we vote for next?
good. Tanya's in the chat. Let's go, Tanya.
Banya. Go.
All right, Tanya, we're picking for you.
Is that Stephanie with an F or PH?
P8.
Gotcha.
B. Tanya B.
Oh.
Right. Ooh, that's a team.
Tanya
Brian.
and
Nice.
B.
That's who I had as my partner on the second duos,
Yep,
and
he
we won. So he's a former champion.
Yep, Tanya and B. Hey, who's writing this down? I'm not.
I'm writing it down.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. All
No
right.
worries.
So who's next? We have
Who was on the top of the leaderboards?
we have Tina. We could do
Tina. All right, Tina's next.
Yeah, Tina.
Tina. Tina is going with. Oh shit! Ryan.
Oh,
Ryan.
fuck. That's a good
Ryan.
team.
Okay. Okay.
I like it.
Ryan.
Fuck. They're going to be hard to beat.
Ryan.
That is going to be a good
Yeah,
team.
they actually they are.
All right.
Yeah.
Who else was on the leaderboards?
Y'all wanna be,
Andy, what about Andy?
Y'all want to do Andy?
Yeah, let's go.
all right, Andy.
Andy.
Oh, the crowd waits.
Sue.
Sue. All right.
Sue, okay.
The two ladies, Sue and Andy.
Wow.
Interesting.
Sounds like a
Really,
movie
really
title.
good,
Sue and
Andy.
Andy.
Is Peyton
Really,
playing?
really good.
Yeah, Peyton's playing.
Let's go,
Yeah, I was about
Peyton.
to say, we haven't called him yet, have we?
We'll do
No.
Peyton.
Peyton.
Peyton, come over here.
Hey, we should have 19, Marty. We should have 19.
Okay.
So is that 9 so far?
No.
That's 8. This will be 8.
How are duos going to work with 19?
9 per table.
19.
So we'll have 2 tables.
Oh, 19. I thought you said 19
19.
people. Oh, okay.
No, 19. All right,
Okay.
so we're going for Peyton, right?
Peyton?
Yep.
Sorry. We're moving team names. It is, I forgot to redo. I forgot to remove.
Wait a minute. You can't do that. What
I
did you
forgot to remove
get?
Tanya. It was Tanya.
Oh, you fucked
Eric.
it up. You left the names in there.
Eric.
Eric?
Eric,
Saunders.
yes. Okay.
He took replacement of Carlos.
And there's Peyton right here. Peyton. Joining us live is Peyton. How you doing, Peyton?
Doing pretty good.
We just picked
Peyton.
a partner.
You're with Eric Saunders.
Eric Saunders.
Hey, real quick. The only problem with this is that, not that it matters, but doesn't that put the kid and Max together?
That's fine.
Who we have next?
No, we got, don't we have Chris?
What about Serena? What about Serena?
No, Serena's out. Serena.
Oh,
Yeah, because this is the 9th team. The last team is 19.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
Max and
Max
Jeremiah.
and Jeremiah.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So,
Max and
okay.
Jeremiah.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
Hey, I need that.
I like it.
So Max
So,
and Jeremiah.
Marty,
Who's Jeremiah?
Jeremiah is my son. He's 17. Lee
I know
and
that.
Chris
Yeah, that's
already
Jeremiah.
played with him.
Yes. That's the
Who's
kid.
Max?
That's the
Max
kid.
is my boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Max and Jeremiah are together. Okay, that's going to work out
Because
great.
your partner's with her.
It's all right, Gabe. We're going to kick their ass. Don't worry.
I'm not worried.
All right, so let's rehash. So, Marty, you've got it written down, right?
I've got it written down. So here we go. We're going to start off with Max and Jeremiah,
All right.
the kid, a.k.a. the kid. Then we've got Gabe and, as Lee says, Marcia.
I like it.
We've got Marty and Ronnie. We've got Chris and Jesse. We've got Lee and Stephanie. We've got Tanya and B. We've got Tina and Ryan. We've got Andy and Sue. And then we've got Peyton and Eric Saunders.
19, right? 19, right?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, guys.
All right,
Can you post that in the chat, Marty?
Yep, sure will.
So that is your official duos league that's coming up for the AIA League All in Alliance. I know we got our group text, so let us know if everybody heard. If not, we're going to publish this podcast probably within the next 24 hours or so.
I mean, it's just weird that you brought in Stephanie and you get Stephanie.
And
Well,
she's
it's
good
kind of
too.
weird you got your dad, Chris. So I don't know about that.
That does seem weird. If that doesn't get set up.
Trust me, guys, if y'all want me to re-roll, I will re-roll.
No, this is good. Hey, that's it. One and done, baby. We ain't redoing it. That's it.
I'm sure if
You know
Jesse
what?
were
Hey,
to chime in, he would say
That was a mock-up
re-roll.
draft. That was a mock draft. That was a mock draft,
A
guys.
mock draft.
No April Fools today.
That was a mock
Exactly.
draft. Guys, that wasn't real. That wasn't real. Let's do it again. Start with Gabe. Start with Gabe.
April Fools, everybody. April Fools.
Yeah, that was a mock draft.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
No,
Chris,
that was the official draft. Marty's
you
got
keep
it written down. It's in stone. King Marty said so.
Yeah, you keep messing around, Chris. We're going to make you the all-time dealer, so cut it out.
He did that the other night when he was out first or second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked Marty to do it.
Yeah, sorry I didn't stick around. I was a little bit frustrated about my life at that point and my decisions.
My life.
So,
My life. Like, he was about to go kill himself. It's like, damn.
it was
No.
good night.
So everybody that isn't in our league that's just listening, because there are going to be people that just chime in and say, what the fuck is this podcast? Final table that we just played. I hate to bring it up for certain guys that are in this room. For certain people that are here, but we had the final table. Gabe, as you know, won the whole thing. And then we had 8 players.
All right. We had 8 players going to the final table. I did say we're taking 7, but we had 2 players who clutched it up at the very final week. And this one person scored his highest point in the whole season, Marty, with 27, exactly enough to tie for 7th to be able to make it to the final table for the opportunity to win some money, and if not win it all, the opportunity. So basically, Marty clutched it up with the highest point he had the whole season. He was only in for like the last 6 weeks of the league, and he clutched it up for 7. Michael, then he clutched it up. Michael was trailing last place, and then clutched it up to win 7th place only because Peyton fucked it up and got out early.
He did.
All right. When Peyton fucked it up and got out early, it gave the open door to Marty and Michael.
So Peyton was he was this cutoff man. He was going into week 10. It was a 10-week season. Going into week 10, Peyton was the cutoff man at 7. All he had to do was basically not get kicked out early. And what does he do? He gets kicked out early. But it left the door open for Marty and Mike. And then from there, they had a good showing on week 10. We thought it was going to come down to the wire. And sure enough, when Chris did the numbers, it turned out that Marty and Mike tied for 7th place. So
and I did it like 3 times. I did it over and over. I just couldn't believe it. And I thought I was missing points somewhere, that maybe Marty had one more point. Cause I remember I told Marty he had 30, but he actually took 27. And Michael, I thought he took 20, but he actually took 16 for the night. And it was just crazy.
It was a crazy week 10. It come down to the whole freaking season, come down to just a few points. So that's why every point, every knockout, that's a point, every placement, every friggin' chip counts. A chip in a chair, just like they say.
Yep.
So yeah, that's how close it came. So the final table, Marty, I know you had a really tough time. What was your experience at that final table?
Yeah, so, I mean, it was a little different for me, right? So I only got to see 4 hands played through and through, right? So I won the first hand, and then it was just, mid and big blind. So I won the first hand, then the next hand took out almost half my stack with the kicker card. And then I played 1 or 2 more hands, lost, and then I went all in and I lost with the kicker card again. And that was kind of it. It was cut short. It was quick, fast, and hurry. I didn't expect it. I probably could have been a little bit more patient, I guess, but I think I made the right decision in terms of just going all in at that moment.
You had ace king, right?
Ace king suited. So
yeah, ace king suited.
It made sense. It's just, they had a bigger kicker card at that time. So it's okay. I think the play was right. It's just that, this is my first tournament, final table. I don't expect to not be there anymore moving forward. I don't care what y'all say or what you think. That's just my own sake and sanity.
I do want to ask you, I never got to ask you, how did it feel week 10? Going in, like start of the day, like you're that week 10 Thursday morning, knowing that you had to play poker the final week, how did that feel? How was that day for you? Did you even think about that night? Like, hey, I have to play poker. I have to clutch it up.
The good thing is that somebody that I talked to earlier in that day can attest for this. Marcia, I talked to her earlier that day, and I told her, I said, hey, I was like, I need to get my focus on. I think we both were kind of psyching each other up. We're like, hey, no more shit talking, no more bullshit, no more eye to eye. Just
it's time to lock it in.
Yeah, time to work. And so we both had that mindset and mentality. So I had a plan, and it worked that night.
Yeah, and that was a great job, Marty, honestly. Like, you really did good.
Yeah,
and Mike did
everyone
great
was talking about you. Everyone was talking about you, Marty. Like, oh, Marty has this. Marty has
because it was down to the wire, just a few guys, and Marty was one. Mike was another. Haley was another. So there were a lot of people in this league.
Yeah, Mike played really well that day, too. So
he did. He sure did.
Was fun. That was fun to see. I had a great – even if I didn't make the final table, to be honest with you, I had a great time in the season. So the fact that I did end out like that, I didn't like the way the finals went just for me. I think because right after that, all hell broke loose. So everybody, right after I'm out, it was almost like everybody was hanging on for dear life. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom, you're out, boom, you're out. And I watched some of the live footage on the way home, and I saw it was like two people were sitting down. There was a delay, and I was like, what in the, and so it's just kind of interesting to see. So.
Yeah, we did live stream that last one. We did it through Twitch, and you never know with Twitch. They always got a weird delay. But I'm glad to see that it worked out.
Just go ahead.
Good partner in Gabe coming up. So what are your expectations for this next season?
Yeah.
Well, just really have fun, play smart. I think Gabe is a great player. I've watched him play a few times, and I'm super excited because it's fun, and that's what's the best, I think. It's just
you feel like Gabe's going to weigh you down, and just like get in the way of the trophy of the. Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna tell you now. The prize for duos is rings, golden rings.
Oh wow, okay.
Cool.
WSOP champion rings.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, real quick, to correct this, I had ace jack suited diamond, and she had ace king suited and with a higher kicker.
Yeah,
Tina just corrected it. That's what it was. Okay. Yep. So thank you for that, Tina.
So Marcia, in coming into this season, I know you played with us last season. You joined it I think it was week 3, and it was fun at first. But now that you know how kind of serious it is, are you gonna put on a different game face?
Yes, absolutely. You're gonna have to wait and see.
See, I sat next to you at that cash game the other night. There's Marcia, the nice, gentle person, but I saw Marcia that came out the other night. The name that I always fuck up. That's what I'm going to nickname you. I'm sorry. I just have to do it.
That's fine. Just stick to one, and we'll go with that one.
And you did so great sitting next to Jeremiah, your son, who was very impressive, by the way, when he bluffed the shit out of Chris with that. There was a flush on the board, flush draw and a straight draw. Chris had trips, and he folded it because the kid, Jeremiah, he kicked Chris's ass. He didn't have shit. He had 10 high, and he bluffed Chris, and I will never, ever forget that. Yes, you.
No, I don't remember this.
Oh, I love it.
I bet you don't.
I went back to the cameras, and it was funny because I slow motioned it. I watched it in slow motion. And right when I did, I zoomed in on Chris's face, and he turned it. His nickname should be Casper because he turned all white. Like it was so detailed. I have 4K, so I saw his heartbeat, and it stopped for a second and everything. So
for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, I know there's a lot of our teammates that are playing that are listening right now. We had a little get together at Marty's house to kind of show Marcia's son how to play with more of an adult group. Her son Jeremiah plays with mostly his friends and everything. Really, really good player. So we were teaching him some things, but in the end, he was really teaching us because he was showing us a few moves, and he's a great player. He's going to join this new league. Him and Marcia's boyfriend, Max, they're on the team. That's who that is. But when I tell you that he stone cold bluffed Chris, it was probably one of the most impressive bluffs I've ever seen.
I don't remember this. I wish I was there.
Chris, we got it on video.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there.
We got to show the group. We got to post in the chat.
I wish.
but it was the best bluff. The whole table was, it was a sight to see. Gabe, you should have seen it. It was so awesome.
Oh, I wish I could have, but I was busy winning.
Yeah, that's true. So, Chris, your perspective at this final table that we just got done doing, what happened with you? Why did you changed up a few things?
I mean, it was very intense because the players, other than my expectation of Gabe and Mike, it was off script in my head. I hate to say it, but I basically, other than Mike and Gabe, I wasn't focusing on them two. They were going to be out first, and my attention needed to be on other players and how they played. And look what happened. The two people who took first and second were Mike and Gabe.
But you changed up a few things too. You played very conservative. You didn't raise a lot like you normally do.
My goal, I told myself, my goal is to wait for Michael or Gabe to get out first.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then when they're out, I'll start playing as usual. Once I'm in the money, once I'm out of the bubble, once the bubble has popped and I'm in the bubble, I'm in the cashers, I'll start playing my usual way. But then Gabe and Michael start switching shit up and not playing right. I started playing way differently, and it screwed up the whole table sequence. And it just made me play it even more tighter. It made me play even more, just like you have when you took third. You had to play way differently because you went against those two players because you couldn't expect them, and I didn't expect them to be that high. But congratulations, you fucking did it. You're awesome. But
well,
it's true.
From my point, I'm disappointed because, and I'm sure you were too, I wanted to finish first. I thought that I had a sure chance of winning, and 3 hands did me in that whole night. I thought I played pretty good up until these 3 hands, which was late in the game. And it was 2 hands that I folded on small blind or dealer where you're basically no investment on chips. That one hand turned into a 2 pair. It was a king 3. And the other hand turned into a straight. And those hands late in the game like that, basically having one of those hands probably could have meant that I could have won the whole tournament, but I folded them both. And then the third hand was when I tried to bluff on an open-ended straight draw. When you got an open-ended straight draw, you got about maybe 5, 6, 7 outs, which is a lot. Your percentage is like 30 to 33%. So I took a chance, went all in. Mike called. I had him covered in chips, but that pretty much took like 70% of my stack. And I ended up losing the hand and taking third. I just know that next tournament, I'm going to probably try to play a little bit harder and, just maybe it'll work out for me. Maybe not. I don't know. But I just know one thing. I had so much fucking fun. And anybody that's listening, anybody that's not in our league, this is the league to be in. It's really, really fun. And I hope we do grow expanding. And so lastly, Gabe, that's with us, the champ.
Yes.
The one that won it all, that one that took down and made the great plays. Tell us how your experience was at the final table, maybe some of the hands that won you the night and things of that sort.
As you guys are aware, y'all were all there watching. There were times where I didn't honestly think I was going to make it. I was lowest chip stack on the table, and there were times I had to go all in just to try to recover something. And unbelievably, every time I went all in, I won. I think a total of 3 times I went all in because I was low chip stack and won the hand, and it brought everything back for me.
Yeah, and then one hand in particular where it was you and I, and you had gone all in. I had called and I had you. It was either a 2 pair or a pair, and you had a flush draw. And kudos to you though, because you had a great spot to get your chips in to keep yourself in the tournament and to win the whole thing. And it ended up paying off. You got it down the river and you got the club. I think that was around midway through. So
yes,
that was one of the hands.
And that pretty much, thank you for that. I never got a chance to thank you for financing my stack.
Oh, damn.
You're welcome.
So, but yeah, it was a tough go of it though, because there was a lot of good people there. I really, like Chris said, I felt like the underdog there, to be honest. And I just kept my head down and just kept playing the way I was playing, and and it paid out for me. I somehow miraculously survived the night, and then when it came down to me and Mike, I think what hurt him the most was when that whole straight came out on the board, all 5 cards that lined up in a row for a straight, and I just happened to be holding the ace. I think that hurt him the most. Yeah, and then, of course, the very next hand after that, I ended up with pocket sixes, and he had the ace-3, I think it was, and he was hoping for that ace to come out.
It never did, and that's what
never did.
That's so now pair sixes will be a special hand for you.
Is pocket sixes your go-to hand now?
No. It's just what I had at the time between 2 people.
Dang. I mean, that's the hand you want.
I'm sure you'll remember it, though, for a long time.
But
I will remember it for a long time.
I do want to say it's kind of funny how season 6 ended with 6-6.
Hey, that's a good point.
Right? It really did.
Season 6.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's an omen there, so.
Yep.
All right, so on to season 7. So season 7 starts this Thursday. What is it?
Thursday.
So we're going to start at 7 o'clock is when we're going to be there for the meeting. Hopefully we'll get everything through. We'll go over a bunch of rules. We'll probably have to do a bunch of voting and stuff like that, just like in league bowling and darts and whatever other leagues are out there. So everybody listening, be there at 7 if you can. And we'll get the league started at 7:30. It'll be a normal standard format. We'll have our blinds and everything voted on. We'll have the money payout voted on and everything. So be there early so we can get everybody's vote and everybody's opinions on stuff. I just wanted to make sure that this is our first episode of what could be many episodes. How did everybody feel?
Great.
Good.
Everything is good.
Actually, really good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, anytime, Gabe.
How about we make it a thing? How about we make it a thing? Every winner of the tables, like on Thursday night, the winner, it'll be our guest.
I like it.
Oh, I like it. I like that. That's
Done.
cool.
So
only the winner. So Marty would never have to be there. So.
What if one of us is the winner?
I mean,
what if Marcia is the winner?
No problem, guys. I'll see you for the next
Gabe are going to
podcast.
be kicking y'all's ass. So
Exactly.
We'll
We'll be back on next week.
Gabe, get ready. We'll be here every week.
Exactly.
That's right.
So first place each week will be our guest. I don't know how we're going to do it with the duos league. So,
I mean, just the team. Whoever team has like the most points. Like,
okay, that makes sense. So maybe we'll do team. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But all right. So thank you for the live audience. It's again the first time we've ever had a live audience, so we might have to do this weekly. Now, I don't think we'll be doing Tuesday nights going forward because there'll be some schedule restrictions and things of that sort. So I'm thinking we might have to switch it up to Sundays. You guys good with Sundays?
I am.
Like
yeah,
Sundays
I'm good.
during the day, not
Before
at
6,
night.
I'm okay.
Yeah. So if we did it like at say 3 o'clock.
That works for me.
Okay. All right. So we're good. Nobody has anything else to chime in about?
I won't be here this week, so I'm going to have a sub to start the week off, which is kind of tough, but.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, just tell them who your partner is.
So. Yep. Well, you guys can cover that for me, right?
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that set up for you.
We just make sure we'll tell him. Why don't you get there at 7? We can explain the rules to him. And I'll have.
Well, it's Michael. He's played before, but he's going to be wearing my shirt. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in for our first ever Poker League podcast. Of the All In Alliance, our brand new name of the poker season of season 7. So we're going to keep this name going on for a very long time. All In Alliance, the AIA. Tune in for next week for the episode 2. Find out who the first week winners are and see how Gabe is doing. We all want to know how Gabe is doing this season because he is the champion. We have to watch him.
All eyes on you, Gabe.
All eyes on him. Exactly. So
all right.
tune in for next week, guys, to learn more about Gabe and see how he's doing and how he's holding up. Trust me, even though he's not going to be our guest next week, but we'll definitely be talking about him. So tune in next week, guys. All right, tune in next week to learn more about that. If you do not, you'll be like Marty, losing in the first round.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
All
right, guys.
Good job,
Thank you
everyone.
for having me. Yes.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for our live audience.